Having technical difficulties. It's okay though. All right. Welcome back. Another episode of Race Wars. Okay, so I'm geeked. It's race week. Ah, yes. It is race week. I don't think you guys quite understand how super excited I am. It is race week. And it is race week in IMSA. And that means sports cars and prototypes and all types of fun stuff that's gonna be happening, and it's gonna be great. Okay, so first race of the year. This is like where motorsports kicks off because nobody has been racing. They all been kind of chilling during the winter time, and this is the first race. So you got all stars racing right now. People from all over the series, all over the world, from IndyCar, from NASCAR, from other Le Mans here from WEC, all come in the race at Daytona. Okay, so the 24 hours of the Rolex 24 at Daytona is going to be amazing. Can't wait. So first of all, I got a lot of stuff that's on my mind about it. Is BMW as fast as they practiced in the test runs that they were doing? How does Wayne Taylor Racing with Andretti Global do with the new Cadillac platform that they're on? Meyer Shank Racing is back with Acuras. Cam Penske go back to back with their dominance last year. Can they match that this year in 2025? But forget all that. I'm not here to talk to you guys about all that. What I'm here to talk to you about very seriously is just go watch the race. If you've never watched on-track racing before, ever, on TV or at a track, just tune in. I promise you it'll be the best experience of your life. It's a 24-hour race, so no excuses. I don't want to hear, oh, I have time to watch it. No, none of that. It's on Peacock. So even if you miss it, you can still go back and watch it. It's also going to be on USA. It's all a part of NBC Sports. So you should be able to catch it either on cable, YouTube TV, Peacock for sure. It's going to be on the app. All 24 hours will be on the app. You should be able to catch it. It is going to be amazing. I want to tell you that if you catch it, you probably starts at like 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is I just counted on my fingers, 11, 12, 11, 12, 1. So it should be 1 p.m. Eastern time. I did that. Don't be mad at me for it, okay? Like, I'm getting old, and it's crazy. Because not only, and speaking of my age, it's my birthday this week. But my birthday is always with the Rolex 24 Daytona. So 41 years old, and I can't wait. I'm still geeked up like it's Christmas Day. Like, I wasn't this happy on Christmas this year or last year, last year or a month ago. I'm excited about this now because my official racing season can start, and it goes from here all the way to like November or something like that. Like December, which is the final race for Formula One in like Abu Dhabi. But I'm not talking about Formula One right now. We'll get to that next week. No Formula One right now. And I don't mean in a bad way. It's just I want to focus on IMSA. So multi-class racing, people. It's going to be awesome. So you have 4 different classes. You have GTP, you have LMP2, you have GTD Pro, and GTD. Okay? I'm going to quickly explain some of this stuff to you. So GTP is prototypes. These are some of the most aerodynamically sound and highest technology cars, okay, that could be on the track. So you have, these cars have hybrid engines. Some of them have hybrid engines in them, and they are amazing. So in this series, you got Cadillac, Acura, Porsche, BMW, Lamborghini, and a couple others. I don't remember. Oh, and the Valkyrie is coming, Aston Martin. So the Valkyrie will be there as well. The Valkyrie won't go until the 12 hours of Sebring, though. So they won't be here. And I'm really disappointed about that. I was really looking forward to hearing that thing kind of go. But okay. So these are those cars that they have like a door hatch and blah, blah, blah. And it's all great. And they get people in and out and they do all that in the pit stop. So that's another question. If you were doing 24 hours of racing, not one person race, there's usually like a team of drivers. So like anywhere from 4 to 6 drivers, okay? There's drive times and everything that they have to stay within. Even to score points, there's drive times and there's a point where you can't drive more than. So like I think in like a 24-hour period, you can't drive more than 14 hours. So, cool. So everybody kind of switches out. So during pit stops, you'll hear them kind of come in and you'll be like, oh, there's a driver change. And that takes a little bit. Mind you, they're doing all this in like 45 seconds. Like 4 tire changes, full of fuel, and then changing out drivers, right? Belting them back up, plugging in radios, and changing seats out. Because there's 4 different guys driving the car, everybody's not built the same. So if you have like a 6 foot tall dude and like a 5'5" dude, the 5'5" dude may need a little seat thing to sit in and sit up on to boost him up a little bit so he can reach the pedals. But he's there, okay? So you'll see him, like, if you see it, you'll see them pull out and do their things. Also, one cool thing to look for, and this is just me just being kind of an enthusiast. Some drivers don't drive with their visor all the way down. Like, it's craziest thing in the world. So when you watch racing, most of the time drivers, if you watch open wheel racing, their visors are down, right? Because they're going, 160, 180, 200 miles an hour, and when anything fly in their face. Well, when you're in the cockpit of a car that's covered, kind of don't have to have your visor down. You can just kind of half have it open or whatever and all that stuff. And it's amazing, right? Cool. So it's awesome to watch. So the GTP category is the huge category. They run on the LMDH platform. So that's Le Mans Daytona hybrid. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, it basically just means that they have some of them have hybrid engines in them, and this is their baseline. This is their thing. So this is where they run. Okay, this is how their regulations go. The next class is the LMP2. So this is a spec series. Mostly everybody's driving Orcas. For the shell, the chassis is an Orca. So the way it looks is made by this company named Orca. There may be a couple Legers in there, but not really. The Leger doesn't do all that well. For whatever reason, it's not aerodynamically sound. So Orca takes care of all of that. That's LMP2. Same thing. They're racing for 24 hours. They get driver changes, big teams. Now, to the category that I love the most, the 2 categories I love the most, okay? Hear me out, okay? GTD Pro and GTD, okay? So, these cars, right, are like typical sports cars you would see on the street. So, like Aston Martin, Corvette C8s, Porsche 911s, Ferrari 296, BMW M4s. They're all here racing in this, like, crazy series. Oh, and Mercedes AMG. They are there and they're racing, but these are cars that actually have a requirement on them. So if you race a car in this series, you have to sell that car as well, right? You just have to, you have to produce like a certain number of them. Okay. So Ford used to have the GT40 in the series, and it wasn't a smart thing. The F40 just wasn't a great car to buy. Okay. But what they did was they took their Mustang and they made it a GT3. So now the Ford Mustang is driving in that series. And if you go back, also Lamborghini's there as well. So you can actually look like cars that you would see on the street. They're just beefed up for racing. Strip everything out, put a roll cage in them, fine tune the engines, put some slick tires on them, call it a day. Now, this is the thing. In racing, there are great equalizers. One of them is weather. And because they're in Daytona, probably gonna rain. So be looking forward to the rain that happens in the race over these 24 hours, because it will change the whole dynamic of the race. And it's going to make everything just so awesome, because if you're a great rain driver, you're going to be able to get the speed out of the car without hydroplaning. If you are not, you won't. And yes, they race at night. It's a 24-hour race. They don't stop. So race through the night, all night long. There's lights on the track and everything like that. So it's no big deal. And another thing you'll hear about in 24-hour racing is stints. Stints is just the amount of time from the start until you pit. Okay. So 24-hour race, you may have a driver that does a couple double stints in his time. So if, let's say I was driving the car, I come in for my first pit stop. I've been in the car for 35 minutes. That was a stint, right? They're putting fuel in my car. They're not changing my tires. We're going to double stint the tires. Okay. So, and I'm doing a double stint as well. So when it comes to drivers and tires and fuel, you'll hear this if you're listening to the racing people. They'll say about doing stints and stuff like that. I just want you to be up on game so that way you're good. Next thing is It is a super, super deep field this year. Super deep for the 24. I think it's like 60 something cars racing there. Like, it's going to get crowded on track and it's going to be crowded on pit road. But I want you guys to understand multi-class racing is so beautiful. It is by far one of the most beautiful things ever. 4 different classes of cars. Everybody's trying to get around and do everything. Okay. One other quick thing you need to know is the difference between GTD and GTD Pro. GTD Pro has 2 platinum rated drivers driving. Okay. That means they're the best of the best. Like, best of the best. Okay. So if you are a platinum rated driver, that means you are a pros pro. You can do all the stuff you need to do in your car. Okay. For the GTD rules, you have to have at least 1 silver rated driver or bronze rated driver driving in a car. So we would call them gentleman drivers, if you will. You'll hear that term. I promise you will. They're gentleman drivers. This is not their real job. They just come out here for fun. So a gentleman driver is somebody like that has a regular job during the week. Like every other time of the year, they're not racing for a factory. They are not signed to a team. They just kind of are there. They're on the team, but they're not of the team. One of the best gentleman drivers I've ever seen is, what's his name? It's the old guy. I forget his name. I took a picture with him. It's on my Instagram. I forget his name though. But anyway, he is a solid gentleman driver. I forget his name. It escapes me. It's an old guy, but he's really good. He won a championship with Corvette like a few years ago when he was driving WEC. So they needed a gentleman driver. He's it. But if you want to know what car he's in the wins number 2 for United Autosports in the LMP2 category. So he'll be driving there. And then you guys just be looking out, man. I'm excited. I can't wait because on my birthday, they're qualifying. I can't wait. I'm watching qualifying all the way through. It's going to be a crazy 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I'm watching qualifying. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Pay attention. Enjoy it. If you have questions, feel free. Hit me up on the Instagram at RaceWarsPod. Hit me up in my email at racewarspod@gmail.com. Hit me on here. Like, I see all your comments. I see you guys subscribing. I see you guys watching the videos. Holla at me. Get it done. Like, we are going to have a great time watching this. If you have any questions, like I said, hit me up. If you wanted me to do a live stream of it while I'm watching, I'm not going to do all 24 hours. I'll do an hour. Don't hold me to that hour. I may do a half hour. Like, if I live stream, I will probably go live on either Instagram or TikTok. TikTok is my personal TikTok, but I don't know yet. So I may go live on Instagram and we can watch the race there if you so choose to. If you want to, we can do that. I can't wait. I'm excited. Oh my God. I'm excited. Have a good day. Oh my God. I'm excited. Have a good day.